She looked at her paws, trying to shake off her memory. He was a terrible father. He just wanted me to be a boy, and that's what he did. She showed the rope on her paws, and Moth winced. It's fine. What's horrible, though, is that he worked. It worked. He got what he wanted. Brooke looked off. Footsteps echoed the entire barn, heading towards Blair. "Blair, would you like to go hunting with me?" he asked. Brooke came from behind, and their gaze traveled to him. "Why do I bother? Just like my father said. If I have no friends, I'll constantly be feared. That's what I want." Silence was in the air for a second, but Blair started the conversation back up again, responding to Blue's question. "Oh, she muttered before turning back to Blue Glare. "I'd love to go hunting." Pink showed on her face, and it was easy to tell. After the two went hunting, and Moth also had came back from swimming after the awkward conversation with Brooke and her, which was also quite saddening. She had come back, water dripping from her fur, as she walked into the barn, leaping onto a box and watching the conversation with Charcoal, Blue, and Blair. Blue had a cut on him, and Blair was letting out murmurs of thought before she grabbed into cobwebs using her paws, quickly adding it and compacting it onto the wound. Charcoal was there too, and started to try to make a conversation. "Hello, I was talking to you both." He must have talked to them before and not have answered, and Tom was getting quite impatient. Blair Blair seemed to be in thought and was adding more cobwebs onto the wound, it slightly sticking to her paw. "What a professional, huh?" Blue looked up at Charcoal with a tilt of his head. "And this is why I'm antisocial," he murmured, looking back up at them. And not too pleasant at Blue. Blair seemed to be in a deep thought, and looked at Charcoal, must have not hearing him, and raising a brow. "Oh," she flushed, and Charcoal began. "Who are you two?" "Sorry about that." Blair looked off awkwardly, embarrassed. "I was in deep thought. I was trying to make sure that Blue didn't get an infection here." Charcoal looked at Blair up and down. "I'm Blue, and this is Blair. Well, actually, people just call me Blue. My actual name's Blue Blair," he said, as Brooke slid in between Charcoal and Blue. Moth got up, stretching as night began falling onto them, and leaped down, spraying her tail, water spraying into Blue and Charcoal's face. She sat down, quite pleasant. "Ah, nice names. I'm Charcoal, and my old friends call me Soil." "Watch where you're spraying." "Water," Blue said, looking at Moth playfully, and she looked off, her ears flattening for a second, then turning back to Blue, whipping her tail back to Blue again. "Is that better for you, Sir Almighty Blue?" "Oh, you better stop, before I rip your tail off." "Am I your... and I am your new god." She laughed evilly. All of them looked at each other and looked back to Brooke, slightly concerned. You are, none of them knew what to exactly say. Not. The Tom responded, looking back to Brooke. And Moth agreed. Never am I having you as my god. I believe in Starkland, and there's no gods there. They're all equal. I'm gonna rest. Thanks, Blair, Blue said, slipping onto the crates, and then heading back into a corner. What? Why? Brooke said, appalled at them declining her order of being a god. You are... How do I say this? You are crazy. She smiled for a second, then walked out of the barn, her tail swishing as she began leaving. And everything seemed to fade to white. That is all for the entire video, and I know that was really bad, but yeah, we got to get really snippets of life, and I know it was short, and I know my editing sucks. And I'm sick. I thought it was just my throat, but no, I'm cold, sneeze, that, which you heard a couple times in the video, but I just want to get this out, because I like views. Yeah. Okay, yeah, bye guys.